It is 1:45 here in Brewton, Alabama, where we've got severe storms moving into the area from the west. Hi, I'm Spinks Megginson. Thanks so much for checking out RedZone Weather on this day where we have a slight risk of severe weather. In fact, we got a severe thunderstorm warning on the board, two in fact, for much of Baldwin, Escambia County, Alabama, and much of Escambia County in Florida as well. You can see the radar data is showing lots of heavy rain. If you're traveling right now from Brewton or Berrydale or Jay and you're going west, please understand you're about to run into some very heavy rain associated with these severe storms. The National Weather Service right now is in the process of placing much of this area out ahead of this other warning in a separate severe thunderstorm warning. So your phone is likely about to go off. We've got a new warning that's being issued right now for most likely the greater Brewton area and points south as this line of storms continues pushing off to the east. You can also see that these storms are producing a lot of lightning associated with these things. And let's take off the radar data to show you who's involved in this. Again, we've got two polygons in effect. And so right now what I want to do is tell you who's involved in the severe thunderstorm warnings right now. You've got Atmore, Century, Flomaton, Wallace, Barnett's Crossroads, also Century, McDavid, Molino, Walnut Hill, also Bay Minette, Loxley, Gateswood right here in Baldwin County, Foley, Robertsdale, also Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Alberta, included in these severe thunderstorm warning polygons that are in effect now for the next 14 minutes until the top of the hour at 2 o'clock. And as I say that, we got a brand new polygon that's just been issued by the National Weather Service. This is going to be a new severe thunderstorm warning polygon. And as I said a minute ago, this is going to include the greater Brewton area. So right now, if you are in Brewton, Evergreen, also Monroeville, Burnt Corn, Andalusia, Georgiana, points south down to Berrydale, Jay, Milton, also anywhere near Munson or Molino, Quintet right here in Escambia County, Florida. All of these areas are now under a severe thunderstorm warning until 2:45 p.m. Let's put the radar data back on so you can see exactly what we're dealing with. And this line of showers and storms has really ramped up over the past several minutes, and it's moving to the east at a fairly rapid clip. In fact, let's take off the lightning data so you can see just how intense these storms are. We'll zoom into Escambia County, Alabama. I know we've got a lot of folks watching from the greater Brewton area. This is very heavy rain approaching the greater Flomaton area right now, also approaching Alabama Highway number 113 that connects Flomaton up to the interstate here at exit 69, which is the Flomaton-Wallace exit. No travel is advised over the next hour anywhere in Escambia County, Alabama. In fact, we got a new warning that now includes the entire county. It also includes the entirety of Conecuh County. So no travel. We've got very heavy rain, and the National Weather Service is noting that this storm right in through here, basically extending from US 84 near Repton and Range, extending down here through Wallace, Barnett's Crossroads, Flomaton, just moved through Malta and Canoe, and it's moving off to the east. This is the one that's prompted the severe thunderstorm warning, and this thing could produce winds in excess of 70 miles per hour, and that's certainly enough to potentially down some trees and also cause some damage. And so this is the possibility with this storm as it continues moving off to the east. We'll show you a wide view on another source here and show you a little bit about why we're here today. These darker shades of orange and yellow here out ahead of the radar data, this is actually the significant tornado parameter. And the deal with that is we have equations that can tell us exactly how ripe the environment is in terms of producing significant tornadoes and that sort of thing. And so these storms are moving into an environment that are more favorable for the potential formation of tornadoes and also more damaging straight line winds. And so as these storms continue moving to the east, they probably will ramp up in intensity. Could we have some tornadoes this afternoon? Yes, but understand the main threat today is going to be damaging straight line winds. And as I say that, that reminds me that we've got now a tornado watch that's in effect for many counties across the region. This is valid until 7 o'clock tonight. The current time is 1:49 p.m. So if you are anywhere in these pink shaded counties, Mobile, Baldwin, Monroe, Conecuh, Escambia here in southwest Alabama, and also all 3 of the northwest Florida counties, Escambia, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa. All these areas included in a tornado watch until 7 p.m. So we're going to have to be weather aware. Even though this initial line of storms is going to move through over the next few minutes, the atmosphere is still going to be unstable and capable of producing these damaging storms. And so let's look at the radar data on a wide view here, and I'll show you behind this thing. We note that the line of storms that was well pronounced on the radar earlier has since sort of faded away, but I don't want to suggest that the severe weather threat will end after this line passes, because the atmosphere is simply too unstable, and this tornado watch is going to continue until 7 o'clock. So be weather aware over the next few hours. That's your big takeaway from all this. Let's go back to the other radar source here and go through a few of the communities. We'll go from north to south just because this thing is linear in nature and it's a line of thunderstorms. So in Monroe County, the main line of storms has now moved through the greater Monroeville, Frisco City, XL area, and it's moving towards Alabama Highway 83. So again, no travel anywhere in Conecuh County, as we've got about 90% of the county included in this severe thunderstorm warning until 2:45. Heavy rain and storms moving into Repton, also Belleville, Evergreen along U.S. Highway 31 and U.S. Highway 84. Also, no travel in Castleberry. Anywhere in Conecuh County right now, you don't need to be traveling, as we've got this severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 2:45 p.m. We'll slide to the south and show you Escambia County, Alabama. Here's the core of the storms. In fact, let's check the velocity data on that. The winds in this thing are certainly going to be strong, and no doubt about it. You can see these shades of pink here coming into Century, Pollard, Welka. That's strong winds, and the good news is I'm not seeing strong signs of rotation at the surface, and we don't have any tornado warnings in effect as of 1:52 p.m. So certainly some good news, but understand you got to take these severe thunderstorm warnings very seriously, as what can happen is you can have damage that rivals the damage of tornadoes due to these strong damaging winds. And so obviously no travel is advised, and also you know what to do when we have a severe thunderstorm warning. You want to be inside and you want to be away from windows and doors. And so strong winds right now moving into Century, Welka, Pollard, and also these things are, the strong winds are going to be moving into the greater Bruton area, East Bruton, Alco, Riverview over the next 5 minutes. So if you happen to be catching this and you're driving in the greater Bruton area, I need you to get where you're going now. Don't wait, as we've got these very strong winds moving in with these storms that are moving in from the west. We'll go back to the reflectivity product here, and reflectivity is showing us exactly how hard it is raining per se. And so you see these areas of purple and dark red. That is very heavy rain, as depicted by the NextRad weather radar coming out of Mobile, Alabama. You can see back here, this is our radar site. In fact, the beam comes around in a clockwise fashion, but heavy rain right now moving into the greater Bruton area. So you don't need to be traveling anywhere in the greater Bruton area or points east or west, really anywhere in Escambia County, Alabama. And also this line of storms extends down here into the northern part of Escambia County, Florida. Lots of heavy rain right now near McKinnon, Walnut Hill, also McDavid, also Pine Barren, Century. You don't need to be traveling, as we've got this storm that's capable of producing damaging wind gusts in excess of 70 miles per hour as it slides off to the east. We'll slide to the south and show you that the southern part of Baldwin County is also under a separate severe thunderstorm warning polygon in effect until 2 p.m. Lots of heavy rain right now entering the greater Foley area and Robertsdale along Alabama Highway number 59 and the Foley Beach Express there that connects Robertsdale and Foley down to Orange Beach. So no travel due to this severe thunderstorm warning in Baldwin County. In fact, I think the whole county of Baldwin is still under this severe thunderstorm warning. No, that's actually not true. The Weather Service has now trimmed out a good portion out here out of it, as the severe weather threat has passed in places like Tensas and Stockton. And also this barely clips Bay Minette, but northwestern Baldwin County is out of the severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado watch continues until 7 p.m. But again, we are here to talk about this severe thunderstorm warning here in Escambia County, Alabama. And I'm telling you, right in through here, very heavy rain and gusty winds are likely. You need to be inside. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but certainly need to be inside as the storm approaches the greater Bruton area as it moves from the west to the east at a very rapid clip. Let's look at our velocity data here and just make sure that this thing is not rotating. And the good news is I'm not seeing rotation at the surface. What I want to do is look at a higher tilt. Understand, when you have a tornado, of course, this thing extends high into the sky with a mesocyclone, but this appears to be straight line winds. And understand, these things could be in excess of 70 miles per hour as these storms move in from the west. We'll check a few other things here. And certainly want to thank Bruce Thompson. He's executive producing today this broadcast, and certainly want to thank him for his presence and all that he does for RedZone Group LLC. And also I want to thank all of you for joining us. Understand, we do not have a tornado warning in effect for any part of any county here in our RedZone weather coverage area, but we are here because we've got very loud and proud storms coming into the greater Bruton area, moving from the west to the east. And so we're going to keep you informed over the next several minutes. And as this thing slides on by, the tornado watch is going to continue, and we'll be here all afternoon and evening long to keep you informed, just in case we have a few tornado warnings. But I'm not expecting widespread severe weather in terms of tornadoes. So that's the good news. Could there be a rogue tornado warning? Yes, but I'm not expecting a major outbreak or anything like that. So have a way to receive those warnings and be weather aware over the next several hours. In fact, tell you what, I want to go to our double box here, and this is the slight risk area that is that's on the board for much of the deep south. And in fact, let's go ahead and take that bull. That's actually my MacBook. There we go. You can see much of the state is included in this yellow level 2 out of 5 slight risk area. And what that means is that we could have a few storms over the next few hours. The SPC does a fantastic job of issuing these convective outlooks. And you can see here that much of the state has the severe weather risk. However, I will say this line of storms that's moving through southwest will be a bit lower than initially anticipated. But again, have a way to receive those warnings. It is getting very dark here in the greater Bruton area right now. I'm looking out our window here, and it appears to be late evening. That's the kind of look that the sky has right now. But understand, that's due to this severe thunderstorm that's moving in from the west, and it's moving to the east at a very rapid clip at about 45 to 50 miles per hour. Damaging straight line winds possible here in the greater Bruton area, points north and south, Riverview, Castleberry over the next 5 minutes, as you can see this very, very intense thunderstorm moving off to the east. The good news, no tornado warning as of right now. Let's go back to our velocity data. I want to keep monitoring this just to make sure that we don't have any surface-based rotation. And tell you what, let's also look at our NWS chat here. Current time is 1:57 p.m. What we're going to do is kind of guide you through this over the next several minutes. Again, no tornado warnings. We are not here for that. We are here because of this severe thunderstorm warning that we have to take seriously over the next few minutes as these very intense thunderstorms are moving in from the west. Again, a tornado watch continues until 7 p.m. for a vast majority of the region. If you're in Thomasville or Chatham right now, Washington or Clark counties, understand you are not involved in this tornado watch. This is for Monroe, Conecuh, Escambia, Alabama, points east. This has nothing to do with you if you're in Thomasville or Chatham. So certainly if you're watching in those areas, that is a good thing. And I'm just looking at a few other sources here. What I want to do is explain to you, what I'm doing while I'm looking at this screen. And I'm checking our sources with the National Weather Service and also checking our Twitter feeds to see if we have any reports of damage and that sort of thing. And the good news is I'm not seeing anything like that as of this moment, as of 1:58 p.m. And I'll tell you this too. If we lose power, this video stream will end, and what we will do is shift over to the Mixlr feed, and that's an audio-only stream that's actually done from my cell phone. And so, again, if we lose video, we'll go to the Mixlr thing, and you'll be able to hear my voice. All you have to do is go to rzweather.com, and at the top, you can click in the menu bar there and click RedZone Audio, and so that will allow me to talk to you and guide us through this very serious severe weather situation that continues. But again, no tornado warnings. That's good news. Tell you what, Bruce, if you will put up the, if you'll take my MacBook full, please. I want to show this shot. This is from AJ Fletcher on Twitter, and this is a very good representation of what's out there right now. This is on Interstate 65 traveling south. Very, very heavy rain on 65. In fact, no travel is advised basically from, say, the exit 107 there, which is the Georgiana-Starlington exit on Interstate 65, all the way south to the Bay Minette exit, which is in northern Baldwin County. This is the type of thing that's happening right now. Lots of people are pulling over, according to AJ on Twitter. And again, his Twitter handle is AJ Fletcher on Twitter. Lots of heavy rain and lightning happening right now. In fact, you may be able to hear the thunder in the background there due to this severe thunderstorm. In fact, let's go back to the radar, please, and zoom in on the greater Bruton area. This radar system has the capability to do street level mapping, but I don't even have to do that because look, we've got lots of heavy rain moving into Bruton, basically from North Bruton Baptist Church all the way down to Midtown near Granberry Street there, all the way downtown near, say, Hotel Street, which is the street there just above the boardwalk. You've also got heavy rain moving into Riverview, Alco, Spring Hill, Rock Hill, Pea Ridge. Very, very heavy rain, and this power is flickering. Understand this feed may go out shortly. The current time is 2 p.m., and we've got a severe thunderstorm warning until 2:45 for much of Escambia County, Alabama, much of Covington, Butler, Conecuh, Santa Rosa, and Escambia County, the northern half of Escambia County in Florida. If you're in Pensacola, you do not have a severe thunderstorm warning right now. This is strictly for the northern 2/3 of Escambia County in Florida. If you're in Century or Merlino, you are in Pensacola. Gulf breeze is out, and so tornado watch for those regions continues. But again, this warning is for the northern 2/3 of Escambia County in Florida. Milton, Whiting Field, also Berrydale, Munson, Jay, Chumuckla, all included in this warning. Very heavy rain about to begin in all of those communities in Santa Rosa County that I just called out. And lots of heavy rain and lightning is happening right now in the greater Bruton area. In fact, this lightning data is about to update, and you'll get some idea of just how many lightning strikes have happened over the past 15 minutes. And look at that. I'm telling you, lightning output has really ramped up. You can see lightning extending here from near Porch and Freemanville along Alabama Highway number 21 all the way to the leading edge of these storms as they approach the greater Bruton area from the west. Lots of lightning basically from Wallace and Appleton extending down to Pollard via Osaka and also Fauchy, and this is all entering Bruton from the west. This is a severe thunderstorm. The winds are blowing quite hard, and we could have a few wind gusts in excess of 70 miles per hour. Again, we're going to be here for the next few minutes as long as we keep power. If we lose power, again, we'll go to Mixler, but no tornado warning is in effect as of 2:02 p.m. Lots of cloud-to-ground lightning is happening. We're seeing it out our window. In fact, we just saw a lightning strike there, and we are inside. Of course, you should be too. No travel is advised anywhere in Escambia County, Alabama over the next few minutes as this severe thunderstorm continues moving to the east at a very rapid clip. Again, here's the wide view of what's going on, and one thing that I haven't mentioned so far is that we have this flash flood warning. All right, now we've got a new tornado warning. So we're shifting now from a severe thunderstorm warning to a tornado warning. This is going to be for areas near Castleberry. We don't know if the greater Bruton area is going to be included. What we're going to do is activate our RedZone Weather text and get that out very quickly. But again, a tornado warning is now being issued for this region right in through here. It's going to be due to this bowing segment of this squall line, and the current time is 2:03 p.m. This tornado warning is likely going to be in effect until 2:30 or 2:45. Here's the deal. In fact, Bruce, if you'll take me to the double box, please. What I want to do is put up our tornado warning reminders. It's been a while since we've had one of these. If you, in fact, as a course of least regret, if you're in Bruton, I need you to go to your safe place right now, lowest floor of your site-built structure. In fact, let's take the radar full and go to our OTS because that appears to be down. Again, hang with me. We're in the process of receiving a new tornado warning from the National Weather Service. If you're in Bruton, I need you in a safe place right now. I don't know just yet if this tornado warning is going to include us here in Bruton, but as a course of least regret, I want you to get sheltered now. In fact, as a course of least regret, I want all the industries, hospital, Westgate Village to be in their safe place now. Again, this information is coming from the National Weather Service. It's 2:04, and they're in the process of issuing this warning right now. If you're in Castleberry, no doubt, be in a safe place. Brooklyn, also Teddy, anywhere near Holmesville, or also J Villa, probably going to be included in this warning that's going to be on the board very shortly. Again, we're monitoring this situation very carefully, and we don't have the official polygon in, but I'm receiving this via our NWS chat system, so we know it's coming, and it's going to be issued in a matter of moments. So be in a safe place right now. Don't take this thing lightly. You want to be in a safe place. Castleberry, J Villa, Johnsonville, which had a tornado back on February 15th as that severe thunderstorm moved through Century, dropped that EF3 tornado. I don't want to suggest that that's going to be like this, but if you're in Johnsonville, be in a safe place right now. Also Brooklyn, Boykin, which sits right here. You need to be in a safe place. All right, and we've got a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Castleberry. In fact, let's go ahead and look at our velocity data. And this is going to be for Conecuh and Covington counties, this polygon. So what I want to do is shift over to our Eglin Air Force Base radar. So here's the deal. If you are in Bruton, you are not included in this tornado warning. This is going to be for basically the Conecuh-Escambia County line and points to the east. So the deal is, if you're in Bruton, as a course of least regret, stay in that safe place for the next 5 minutes. We've got terrible, terrible thunderstorms moving through the city, potentially producing damaging winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. So I would say, as a course of least regret, hang in that safe place for the next 5 minutes, and I'll be able to give you an all clear. It's 2:06. By 2:11 or 2:12, I'll be able to give you an all clear here in the greater Bruton area. But here's the deal. Castleberry, J Villa, Nymph, Johnsonville, the community of Paul, which sits right here. Also Melrose is a small community right in through here in the southern part of Conecuh County. Brooklyn, anywhere near Boggs and Boulders, right there near Brooklyn. Be in a safe place, as we've got a tornado warning that's going to be in effect until 2:30 p.m. And so here's the deal. Let's zoom in on our velocity data, and velocity shows us exactly which way the hydrometeors or the raindrops or hail or that sort of thing are moving in the atmosphere. Here's your rotation. In fact, let's look at our correlation coefficient. I realize I'm talking technical, and we'll deal with that with time, but here's your reflectivity. And so again, Castleberry, Brooklyn, J Villa, Nymph, Johnsonville, Melrose, Paul, anywhere near Cohasset Creek, right in through here in Conecuh County. Also River Falls, Red Level, anywhere south of the Gant Lake Dam. Be in a safe place right now, as we've got this tornado warning in effect until 2:30 p.m. Let's go ahead and send out our RedZone Weather text alert. And again, if you're in Bruton, you are not technically under a tornado warning. I realize it's raining like cats and dogs, lots of lightning, lots of wind, but again, tornado warning is to our north. The National Weather Service has opted to not include Escambia County, Alabama in this tornado warning. And also, I will say this, you see the warning bug there on the bottom right side of your screen. You see that the entire counties of Conecuh and Covington are shaded in that red, which indicates a tornado warning. But here's the deal. If you're in Evergreen, if you're in Range, Repton, also Liefien, you're not involved in this. So again, I know it's raining heavily and lots of wind right now in Evergreen, Liefien, Burnt Corn, Repton, Belleville, Range, Lenox. But if you're in those communities that I just called out, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning is strictly for the southwestern part, southeastern part of Conecuh County here in South Alabama. And so that's the deal with the tornado warning. If you're in Bruton, I know it's raining like cats and dogs, but again, the tornado warning is to our north, which is a good thing. Folks in Castleberry, folks in J Villa, Nymph, also anywhere along Conecuh County Highway 6 that connects Castleberry via Brooklyn, lots of oil fields in this part of the world. You need to be in a safe place right now. Don't take this thing lightly. This is a very serious situation. In fact, if you'll put up our OTS tornado warning reminders here, and the deal is, you need to be in the lowest floor of your site-built structure away from windows and doors. You want to put as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. If you have an infant, go ahead and place the infant in the car seat. That protects them. And also, if you have a helmet, you want to go ahead and put that on. If you don't have a helmet, many of you have cooking pans and cooking pots. Put that over your head. I know it looks funny, but it could save your life. Also, grab a whistle or an air horn if you happen to have one close by. You don't have time to search for it, but if you happen to know where it is, grab it right now. If you're in Castleberry, Nymph, J Villa, Johnsonville, Brooklyn, Paul, Melrose, Red Level, in Covington and Conecuh counties. Again, closed-toed shoes should already be on. This is a severe weather day. And don't wait. Do it now. Get those things in place right now. Let's go back to the radar, please. And what we're doing is sending out this tornado warning alert. Hang with me. Again, if you're in Bruton, no tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for our area here in the greater Bruton area until 2:45 p.m. The current time is 2:10, so about 25 more minutes on that. But again, the tornado warning is for Conecuh and Covington counties here in southwest Alabama. Tornado watch continues for all of us until 7 p.m. local time. And tell you what, we got a lot of new folks on our live stream. What we're going to do is kind of do a reset here, talking about the situation. The only tornado warning that we have on the board as of this moment is for the southeastern part of Conecuh County and also the far northwestern part of Covington County here in South Alabama. If you are traveling right now along U.S. Highway number 31, you need to pull over. In fact, if you're traveling south from Evergreen or Fairview, which sits right here near exit 93, pull over, get to the nearest convenience store or gas station. You want to be in a site-built structure as this line of storms moves in. And also no travel north of the greater Bruton area into Castleberry or Kirkland, as we've got this tornado warning that continues until 2:30 p.m. Conecuh County Highway number 6 connects Castleberry over to Brooklyn via Johnsonville, which was affected by an EF2 tornado back on February 15th. So if you're anywhere near that tornado damage where that happened back on February 15th, I need you in a safe place now, as we've got a tornado warning that continues until 2:30 p.m. Let's check our velocity data here, and also I want to look at another thing. This is correlation coefficient, which allows us to see if debris is being lofted in the sky. I'm not seeing that at the moment, but here's your area of rotation right in through here, and it's moving off to the east at a very rapid clip. And so anywhere near Conecuh County Highway 6, basically from Castleberry over to Brooklyn. Boggs and Boulders is a large recreational facility which sits right here just to the south of the Sapulga River there that runs into Brooklyn from the north. Anywhere near Boggs and Boulders, you need to be in a safe place now, right now. Don't wait on it. And certainly don't go outside to see if you can see this thing. This is a very serious situation, and understand this is a line of storms moving in, and so you're not going to be able to see this tornado. Lots of heavy rain is occurring with this line of storms as it moves off to the east at a fairly rapid clip, and so implement those tornado safety plans now. Again, lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors. If you happen to be watching us here in the greater Bruton area where RedZone Weather headquarters is located, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next few minutes. And the tornado threat, though, in the greater Bruton area is rapidly ending. We were never under a tornado warning officially here in the greater Bruton area, but if you were in that safe place, like I said a moment ago, you can go ahead and come out here in the greater Bruton area. Again, storms are loud, storms are proud, and moving off to the east at a fairly rapid clip. And so while the lightning and storms are going to continue here in the greater Bruton area, you can come out of your hiding spot here in the greater Bruton area. But if you're in Castleberry, Jay Villa, Nymph, Johnsonville, Melrose, Paul, be in your tornado safe place now, right now. Don't wait. Again, lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors. We'll show you the polygon. And again, we said this a moment ago, but it's worth repeating. If you are in Evergreen or Repton, Range, Belleville, Lee-Effian, also anywhere near Old Texas or Burnt Corn, this tornado warning does not include you. This polygon is for the southeastern part of Conecuh County here in South Alabama, and also the northwestern portion of Covington County. Andalusia, Opp, Florala, Carolina, Pleasant Home. All those communities that I just called out are not involved in this tornado warning polygon that's in effect until 2:30 p.m. It's strictly for the northwestern corner of Covington County right here where Cohasset Creek is, and also Red Level sits right here. If you're in Red Level, you are in, and so I need you in a safe place right now in Red Level as this tornado warning continues. And also US 84, if you happen to be traveling or you know someone traveling, you need to let them know that this does clip a portion of US 84 that runs from Andalusia over here to Evergreen. And so no travel is advised on US 84, basically from Evergreen all the way over to Andalusia, as a portion of US 84 is included in this tornado warning that's in effect now for the next 16 minutes until 2:30 p.m. We've also got this large severe thunderstorm warning in progress And this involves many counties across southwest Alabama and northwest Florida. If you are in Evergreen, Georgiana, also Andalusia, Carolina, Pleasant Home, Bruton, Rock Hill, Spring Hill, Dixie, also Rock Creek, also areas near Riverview, Berrydale, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's on the board until 2:45. So 30 more minutes on that, as we've got this very intense line of showers and thunderstorms moving off to the east at a fairly rapid clip. What's going to happen after this line passes is conditions are going to improve, but understand that does not mean that the severe weather threat is over here in Bruton or Atmore, Flomaton, Bay Minette, also Molino, Walnut Hill. Just because the line of storms has passed, the severe weather threat is going to continue for the next few hours, and I'll remind you that a tornado watch is in effect until 7 p.m. local time, and you can see all of the counties involved in that. Right before we had the tornado warning issued now about, say, 10 minutes ago, I was beginning to talk about this flash flood warning that's in effect for much of Mobile County, and that is actually in effect until 4 p.m. Lots of very heavy rain has fallen in the greater Mobile area, and that's why they have a flash flood warning on the board for Mobile, Pritchard, Saraland, Creola, Tillman's Corner, Theodore, areas near the Mobile Regional Airport. Flash flood warning until 4 p.m. But again, the main concern right now is this tornado warning here in the southeastern part of Conecuh County and also Covington County. And I want to remind you, if I'm not talking about your specific city or community, it's not that I don't care, but this is the main deal on the board right now, this tornado warning polygon that's in effect for the next 14 minutes for the southeastern part of Conecuh and the northwestern part of Covington County here in South Alabama. Again, lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors. If you're included in this polygon, that's what I need you to do right now. You've got State Highway 55 right here that connects River Falls right there near the Gant Lake Dam up here to Georgiana via Brooks and Red Level. Brooks is not included in this tornado warning polygon, but if you're in Red Level or River Falls, anywhere near the Gant Lake Dam there, you are involved in this tornado warning polygon until 2:30 p.m. You've also got Cohasset Creek right in through here, US 84. Melrose is a community in southeastern Conecuh County that is in. If you're in Melrose, be in that safe place right now. In fact, this line of storms is on your doorstep. If you're in Paul, Melrose, Brooklyn, anywhere near Boggs and Boulders there, very near Conecuh County Highway 6 in the southeastern part of Conecuh County, as this tornado-warned storm continues moving off to the east. Let's check a few more things here. And again, if you're in Bruton, no tornado warning. The line of storms is now exiting our area to the east. And so lots of heavy rain, lots of lightning, lots of thunder, that sort of thing. That's going to continue over the next several minutes. But the tornado warning is for Castleberry and points to the east. That's your polygon right in through here. And we note now that Monroe County has been cleared from the severe thunderstorm warning, and so Beatrice, Monroeville, Excel, Frisco City, Uri, Chrysler, McGargle, you are all out of the severe thunderstorm warning. Lots of heavy rain continues in this area, and also lots of lightning, especially out here in the northeastern corner of the county near Old Texas and Midway, there along State Highway 47. But Monroe County is in the clear for now. That could change. Again, severe weather threat going to continue for the next few hours. Also, I'm getting now unconfirmed reports of many trees down on Alabama Highway 41 in this area right in through here, just to the south of the interstate. So what I'm going to do is relay that to the National Weather Service. Again, this is a public unconfirmed report of many trees down along Alabama Highway 41. This is exit 77, which is the Bruton-Repton exit where Alabama Highway 41 crosses Interstate 65 there in the far southwestern part of Conecuh County. But again, the damage reports are coming in from this area. You've got County Highway number 40, which connects Appleton Road, which is County Highway 49 right here, over to Alabama Highway number 41. And so one would have to assume with these damage reports coming in right in through here that these are either from straight line winds or tornado damage, obviously, but it's too early to speculate on that. We'll know with the NWS survey in the days ahead, but again, unconfirmed reports of damage now very near Alabama Highway 41, just to the south of Interstate 65. hang with me. Again, we're getting out this information via social media, so if I don't speak for a second, just hang with me and we're going to update you on the latest information. And also I want to scan our Twitter feeds. Again, a tornado warning continues for the next 10 minutes for southeastern Conecuh County, Alabama. That includes areas near Paul, Melrose, Brooklyn. Those are your main communities of concern. And if you're in those regions or you know someone in those regions, you need to let them know that this thing is on their doorstep, this possible tornado associated with this line of very intense thunderstorms that's moving off to the east at a fairly rapid clip. And so Paul, Melrose, red level, also anywhere along U.S. Highway 84 that connects Andalusia over here to Evergreen, you don't need to be traveling on US 84. As we've got this, not only this line of intense thunderstorms that's prompted severe thunderstorm warnings until 2:45, but also this possible tornado coming into Brooklyn, Melrose, and Paul. Again, that's the main call to action right now. Be in your tornado safe place, lowest floor, site built structure, away from windows and doors. You don't want to be in a car. Pull over and get to that site built structure now. If you happen to be traveling along Conecuh County Highway 6 that runs into Brooklyn there, be in a safe place. Pull over if you're in your car and get to a safe place right now. Don't wait, as we've got this tornado warning that continues now for the next 9 minutes for southeastern Conecuh County. All right, and we've got an update now from the National Weather Service, and let's see what they're saying. And this is a continuation of this tornado warning until 2:30. So likely what's going to happen, in fact, you see the polygon updating there with this text update. Likely what's going to happen is as this storm continues pushing to the east, this tornado warning will likely expire at 2:30 p.m. And understand, if you're in Evergreen, if you are in Castleberry, Fairview, Belleville, also Repton and Range, you are out of the tornado warning. In fact, if you're in several of those communities that I just called out, you were never included in the tornado warning. The polygon was for the southeastern part of Conecuh County. And understand, we've got public reports of damage coming in from Alabama Highway 41 there, just to the south of Interstate 65. Many trees down, that's being reported by the public. So an unconfirmed report of that just to the south of I-65 along Alabama Highway 41. And we'll know in the days ahead if that was due to a tornado or damaging straight line winds. And we'll run through this one more time. For the next 8 minutes, if you are in River Falls, if you're in red level, Melrose, Paul, Brooklyn, anywhere along the US 84 corridor that connects Andalusia over to Evergreen, you need to be in a safe place. This polygon right here in red, the red zone if you will, that's where we've got this tornado warning on the board now for the next 7.5 minutes. And so be in that safe place right now. We also have this line of storms moving through southwest Alabama, and we'll go ahead and show you the radar data on that. Severe thunderstorm warning continuing now until, let's check the time on that. I believe it's 2:45. It's actually going to be, 2:45 p.m. So there's your polygon right there. And lots of lightning, lots of thunder, but again, the main concern is this tornado warning in the southeastern part of Conecuh and the northwestern part of Covington County here in South Alabama. But this large severe thunderstorm warning polygon you can see in this orange outline, that's where we have this severe thunderstorm warning until 2:45. So let's talk you through this. If you are in Munson, anywhere near the Blackwater State Forest there that straddles the Okaloosa County line, lots of heavy rain beginning in Whitfield, Whitingfield. We've now got a new tornado warning in the northern part of Conecuh County. And so let's go over to our other radar source here, and this is going to pop up momentarily. Let's look at this. If you are in McKenzie in the southern part of Butler County, or Garland, this is the Grace Garland exit, which is exit number 107 there. On Interstate 65. No travel on 65 for the next few minutes, basically from, say, Greenville all the way down to the Bruton exit, as we've got this line of storms moving through. But again, this new tornado warning is actually going to be in effect let's see here, until 3 p.m. And so this includes the portion of northwestern Conecuh County that hasn't had a tornado warning. This is going to be a very rural part of the county. This is to the east of Evergreen. So if you're in Evergreen and you're watching right now, this is to your northeast. You're not under a tornado warning in Evergreen. This is strictly areas out here, just to the south of McKenzie. Right here, you've got U.S. Highway 31. The intersection there where U.S. Highways number 31 and 84, where they diverge, is right there just to the east of Evergreen. And so from that intersection and points northeast out here towards McKenzie, you've got State Highway 55 right there that connects Georgiana down to Andalusia. Brooks, McKenzie, also Garland, be in a safe place right now as we've got this new tornado warning polygon in effect until 3 p.m. And I want to thank those of you who are sending in pictures and reports and that sort of thing. Keep them coming. I promise we're going to get to them, but the urgent call to action right now is for Conecuh County. Anywhere in eastern Conecuh County, east of Evergreen basically, be in your safe place right now. Cohasset Creek, Melrose, Paul, Brooklyn. Right now, as we've got this tornado warning polygon that's on the board until 2:30. So in about 4 minutes, we'll see what the Weather Service decides to do. It doesn't matter though. You need to be in a safe place in Brooklyn, Melrose, and Paul right now. Also Garland, Brooks, McKenzie in the southern part of Butler County. McKenzie is a sizable community there in the southern part of Butler County. You need to be in a safe place now. Lowest floor, site-built structure away from windows and doors. In fact, if you'll put up those OTS tornado reminders, and let's put them on the right side of our screen for our folks that are in those communities. Of course, you want to have the helmets on. If you don't have a helmet or anything like that, softball helmet, baseball helmet, football helmet, you need to grab a cook pot. I know it looks funny again, but that thing could save your life. Go ahead and put that on if you're in Brooks, if you're in Garland, if you're in McKenzie, Brooklyn, Melrose, Paul, Red Level in Covington County. Be in a safe place right now. Let's go back to the radar, if you will. And this line of thunderstorms is showing signs of you can see how it's sort of in this S shape right in through here. It's not a consistent line. That's often indicative of stronger winds in certain portions of the line. In fact, let's go over to our other radar product here. I realize it's raining very heavily in the greater Bruton area. A severe thunderstorm warning continues now for the next 18 minutes, for the greater Bruton area and points east. But again, Escambia County, Alabama, you are in the clear for now. No tornado warning is in effect for you, nor has it ever been over the past hour, basically. This warning included Castleberry at one point. In fact, if you're in Castleberry, if you're in Jay Villa, I can give you an all clear in those two communities, Castleberry and Jay Villa. You are in the clear for now. This tornado warning has ended for your area, and basically this includes areas near Johnsonville along Conecuh County Highway 6 and points east towards the Covington County line. Cohasset Creek is included in this warning. And again, the new tornado warning includes much of northeastern Conecuh County, very near Brooks, McKenzie, and also Garland. This squiggly line right in through here, that's U.S. Highway number 31. And as I mentioned a moment ago, if you're familiar with this area, you've got the intersection of 31 and 84 there, just to the east of Evergreen, where those two roads diverge or split off. Anywhere from there points east. If you know someone that lives in those areas, you need to call them and let them know that we've got a tornado warning on the board until 3 p.m. And so that's the deal with tornado warning polygon number 2 that was issued about 5 minutes ago by the National Weather Service office in Mobile. And what I'm doing now is trying to see if these trees down out here on Alabama Highway 41, if that's blocking traffic. That was not included in the initial report, and so I'm trying to verify if we've got an open road or a closed road along Alabama Highway number 41. But again, if you're just tuning in perhaps, unconfirmed reports of damage along Alabama Highway 41 just south of exit 77 along Interstate 65. That's very near Wallace, and also that basically splits the difference between Wallace and Appleton. And so until we get this confirmed, no travel is advised along County Highways 40 or 49, which is the Appleton Road there, and also the Tippins Eddy Road out here just to the north of the greater Bruton area that connects Wallace over to Appleton basically and crosses over 41. No travel on those roads, and no travel on 41 to the south of exit 77 or to the north here from the greater Bruton area along Alabama Highway number 41. Again, one tornado warning is on the board as of now. And this is it. We'll take the radar data off so you can see it. This warning to the south down here in Red Level and River Falls is now off the board, and we're going to see momentarily if the National Weather Service is extending that farther east into Covington County. If they do, that will include most likely Andalusia and Opp, but too early to say whether they're going to extend that warning or not. All right, and so here's the deal with the trees down on 41. We've got at least one lane blocked of Highway 41. And so I realize I keep talking about this, but the reason I do is because we've got folks traveling along Alabama Highway 41 out of the greater Bruton area, and also folks exiting at exit 77 right here, which is the Bruton-Repton exit. And we've got trees blocking at least one portion of the highway here due to storm damage. And so and tell you what, we're looking at our NWS chat as well. Again, the only tornado warning that's on the board right now is in the northeastern part of Conecuh, the far southern part of Butler County, and also the far southwestern part of Crenshaw County. This does include a portion of U.S. Highway 31 that connects Georgiana down here to Evergreen. No travel on 31 from Evergreen all the way up to Georgiana as this tornado warning polygon continues for those areas. If you are in Greenville, if you are in Fort Dale, Georgiana, this tornado warning is to your south. In fact, if you're in Greenville, you are not included in a severe thunderstorm warning. This is areas to the south of Greenville. This is strictly for the for the southern fourth of Butler County right in through here. And we've got now a new severe thunderstorm warning that's in the process of being issued as we speak. That's going to include portions of Escambia County, Alabama, I believe, and we're going to wait on that from the National Weather Service. All right, tell you what, let's take my MacBook full, if you will, and this is from Susan Harp. She is an employee at Westgate Village here in the greater Bruton area, and this is the type of thing that's happening across the region right now. I know that we've got one tornado warning on the board, but understand, storms are strong, storms are severe, and you're going to continue to see images just like this come in over the next several minutes and probably the next several hours as we've got this first line of storms moving through, and then we could have more storms over the next several hours as a tornado watch continues until 7 p.m. local time. So raining like cats and dogs. I certainly want to thank Susan for sending in this image. We'll go back to the radar and let's look at this new severe thunderstorm warning polygon. That's going to include the entirety of Covington County. So if you are traveling or know someone traveling, you need to let them know that we now have a severe thunderstorm warning for the entirety of Covington County, Opp, Andalusia, Florala, also Carolina, Pleasant Home, Red Level, also areas near Gant, Strawn under this severe thunderstorm warning. That's in effect now, or going to be in effect, I should say, for the next about 45 minutes until 3:15 local time. Again, the only tornado warning that we've got is this polygon right in through here, and this is for the far northeastern corner of Conecuh County and also the southern fourth of Butler County and also southwestern Crenshaw County to the west of Brantley. Understand, if you're watching from Luverne or Brantley, anywhere in Crenshaw County here, this tornado warning that includes your county is strictly the far southwestern corner. This does not include the county seat of Luverne. Also, if you're in Greenville or Georgiana, the tornado warning does not include you. This is strictly for southern portions of Butler County. McKenzie, however, is included. So if you're in McKenzie, you need to implement that tornado-safe plan right now. You want to be in the lowest floor of your site-built structure away from windows and doors, and you certainly don't want to be in a car or a mobile home. You can't do that during tornado warnings. And let's also update our folks back here in Conecuh and Escambia County. Also, I'm getting reports now of multiple reports of accidents, and also traffic is at a standstill along Interstate 65 in Conecuh County. So if you happen to be traveling, you're catching this in your car, understand we've got some slowdowns and at least one area of standstill traffic here in Conecuh County in South Alabama. So if you're planning a trip, say over the next hour or two, traveling north on 31 to get on 65, that's probably a bad idea. You don't want to do it, as we've got standstill traffic now on at least one portion of the interstate here in Conecuh County. And one would have to assume potentially that that could be due to storm damage. Obviously, that's not a confirmed report, but one can conclude potentially that we've had some damage here. We know we've had damage here in the northern part of Escambia County, Alabama, out here near Wallace and Appleton on Alabama Highway 41. Many trees are down, according to multiple public reports now. And also, we're watching the Waze app. And for those of you that are not familiar with that, that is a fantastic tool that allows us to monitor traffic in real time, even in rural areas. And so, multiple reports now of trees down in Escambia County, Alabama. Also, this is going to be an update from the National Weather Service. This is some good news. If you are in Conecuh County, Alabama, if you are in areas to the east of Evergreen out here along U.S. Highway number 31, U.S. Highway 84, there near Cohasset Creek, if you're in Conecuh County, you are out of the tornado warning. And so areas just to the east of Evergreen, like I said, you are in the clear for now. And understand, the severe thunderstorm warning has also been clipped out. And so what I want to do is show you exactly who's involved as of this moment. The current time is 2:36 p.m. If you're just joining us, I'm Spinks Megginson. I'm joined alongside Bruce Thompson. We're here to talk about this ongoing severe weather across southwest Alabama and northwest Florida. At the moment, only one tornado warning polygon is in effect as of 2:36 p.m. If you're in McKenzie, this thing is on top of you. You should have been in your tornado safe place 10 minutes ago. But if you happen to be catching this at the last minute, get sheltered right now in McKenzie, in Brooks, also areas in southern Butler County to the east of McKenzie. You need to be in a safe place right now as this tornado warning continues for the next, say, 15 minutes or so. And good news, if you're in Bruton, if you are in Castleberry or Wallace, Appleton, Pollard, Fauchy, Hammock, also Flomaton, Century, Jay, I can give you a clear for now. The line of storms has passed, and while technically this severe thunderstorm warning polygon is in effect for the next few minutes, it's going to be a bit of heavy rain, perhaps some lightning over the next few minutes, but the severe weather threat is, the severe weather due to this line of storms is coming to an end here in the greater Bruton area, Castleberry, Evergreen, Repton range. Again, clear for now in those regions. Certainly some good news as we've got this tornado warning polygon that does continue now for the next 8 minutes for Brooks, McKenzie, points east out here into the southwestern part of Crenshaw County. Also, I haven't said this, if you are in Brooklyn, if you are in Melrose, Paul, Johnsonville, you're in the clear for now from the tornado warning. That thing has been clipped, that one actually expired 8 minutes ago at the bottom of the hour. And so Melrose, Paul, Brooklyn, you're in the clear for now from tornadoes. That's certainly a good thing. Again, checking our feeds here to see if we have any new information. Again, it's 2:38 p.m. and the bit of breaking news that we have for you at this hour is that we've got multiple reports of trees down along Alabama Highway number 41 just to the south of exit 77 along Interstate 65 here in South Alabama. Again, blocking traffic. At least one lane of traffic is blocked along Alabama Highway 41. So if you take that road, or commute on that road, I should say, from the greater Bruton area out here to the northwest towards Range, Repton, perhaps XL, Monroeville. I know a lot of folks here in this area do that, commute on a daily basis. At least one lane is blocked, so you'll need to find an alternate route. Appleton Road, which is County Highway 49, which splits the difference in 41 and 31 there. That might be a viable alternative. However, we don't know yet if we've had damage out here near Appleton and also near London and Sandcut. To be determined on that. All right, so now we have a new report of Interstate 65 being blocked northbound and southbound in Escambia County, Alabama. So let's look at that and let's see if we can pull that up. just so we can give you sort of a traffic update. I know many folks are about to start commuting. It's toward the end of the day. Tell you what, let's take my laptop full if we can, and we'll show you exactly where the interstate is blocked. And I'll kind of set the scene for you here. This is Alabama Highway number 41 that connects Brewton up to Repton, or Range, and ultimately Repton. This dark line here is Interstate 65, and so this is Alabama Highway number 113. Basically from exit number 69, which is the Fulmerton-Wallace exit, all the way up here to exit 77, which is the Brewton-Repton exit. That is where the people that have the Waze app, fantastic travel tool if you do a lot of commuting and that sort of thing. Multiple reports now that both lanes of the interstate, Interstate 65 that is, are blocked between those two exits. So if you're traveling, please be aware of that. Let's go back to the radar if we will, please. And let's go back to our Mobile radar just so we can get some idea of the line of storms to the west. And also I want to kind of do a statewide view here and show you exactly what's happening across the state of Alabama. As of 2:40 p.m., that's the current time, we only have one tornado warning on the board, and that's going to be for the northern part of Covington County, the far southern part of Butler County. McKenzie points east to the Crenshaw County line, and also the far southwestern part of Crenshaw County. So if you are in Luverne, if you're in Greenville, Georgiana, Andalusia, Opp, the main areas, or the main populated areas in Covington, Crenshaw, and Butler counties, you do not have a tornado warning right now. This is sort of splitting the difference in the populated areas right in through here, but we do have also multiple severe thunderstorm warnings in effect until 3 p.m., some longer, for portions of Butler, Crenshaw, Covington, Conecuh, Escambia, and also Escambia County and Santa Rosa County in the northwestern part of Florida. Let's zoom in on our northwest Florida counties. I know I haven't been talking about those regions, but it's simply because all the action in terms of tornado warnings have been to your north, which is good news. But heavy rain right now extends from State Highway 4 here near Munson all the way down to State Highway 89 to Milton, points back to the southwest. In fact, lots of heavy rain is beginning near the greater Pensacola area as this line of storms continues pushing off to the southeast at a very rapid clip. And we note now that a new severe thunderstorm warning polygon has been issued that's going to include the entirety of Okaloosa County. So now, if you're in Crestview, Holt, Milligan, Baker, Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Niceville, anywhere there along State Highway 85, Florida State Highway 85 that is, you need to be prepared as we've got this line of storms moving in from the west. And so heavy rain, lots of lightning about to begin across Okaloosa County over the next hour. We also have the severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Butler, Crenshaw, and Covington counties. That one is on the board until 3:15 p.m. Again, here's your main line of storms, and here's your tornado warning for portions of southern Butler, the northern part of Covington, and also the southwestern part of Crenshaw County here in south central Alabama. That's on the board now for the next 15 minutes, I believe it is. Let's look at the text. So until 3 p.m., I need you in a safe place. If you are in McKenzie, points east, all the way out here to just to the south of Brundage, not Brundage, that is Brantley, I should say, there in the southern part of Crenshaw County. This does not include Brantley technically, or Luverne, or Dozier. The warning is just to the west of there. And so far southwestern rural part of Crenshaw County, you need to be in your safe place right now as we got this tornado warning on the board that's going to exist now until 3 o'clock at the top of the hour. Again, lots of heavy rain, lots of lightning continues here in the greater Brewton area, Century, Fulmerton, Berrydale, but the main concern is to our northeast. And so that's your tornado warning polygon. That's the only one we've got on the board in the entire state of Alabama and northwest Florida, and very rural part of the state. And so while we certainly do care about the folks affected by this, good news in terms of no major populated areas affected by this tornado warning polygon that's on the board until 3 p.m. Let's go back to our NWS chat here. And again, just checking the traffic updates, we have had many reports now of Alabama Highway 41 being blocked northwest of the greater Bruton area. In fact, you can see this icon right in through there. That is where the likely damage has occurred, very near that marker, which is the official marker from the National Weather Service. You can see trees down on, that should be State Highway 41 in Escambia County, Alabama, very near exit 77. So again, no travel is advised on Interstate 65 due to multiple lanes being blocked, both southbound and northbound here, between exits 83 down to exit 57. That includes the Fulmerton and Bruton exits 69 and 77 respectively. You don't want to be traveling on 65 as we've got a headache of a traffic nightmare transpiring. Traffic is at a standstill in these areas on 65. And another report here coming in. Tree debris scattered for a mile or two along the road along Alabama Highway number 41. So yet another public report is coming in to support this idea that we've had some extensive forest damage here in the northern part of Escambia County, Alabama. One would have to assume that that's very near the Timberland Waste Facility there, which sits to the east of Alabama Highway 41, just to the south of the county line there, which is very near exit 77. And so certainly don't want to be traveling. A bit of good news, I do need to pass this along. We don't have any active tornado warnings for any part of the Red Zone Weather coverage area. If you were watching from anywhere in our coverage area, Monroe, Conecuh, Escambia, Santa Rosa, Escambia in Florida, and also Okaloosa County, no tornado warnings. We've got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings that continue now until 3:15 p.m., but no tornado warnings. The one warning that we do have is for southern Butler, the far northern fringe of Covington, and also southwest Crenshaw County. That one is on the board now for the next 14 minutes or so. And so that's the deal with that. Again, hang with me. What I'm going to do is try to assess the damage. We got so many things happening at once that it's hard to keep up. So just bear with me. We will certainly pass along any urgent information as it happens, but things are calming down. We don't have any tornado warnings on the board for our region. Certainly some good news. So hang with me, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at the damage reports, and then we're going to get out of here because this just in, the tornado warning for this region has been canceled. And so we have now no tornado warnings for any part of Alabama or Northwest Florida. The current time is 2:47 p.m. and again, no tornado warnings are in effect. This polygon for southern Butler, northern Covington, and also far southwestern Crenshaw is now off the board. The National Weather Service office in Mobile has canceled the warning. And so what I want to do is do a reset here, and then we're going to talk about the damage. If you are in Greenville, Luverne, Andalusia, Red Level, Opp, Florala, Carolina, Pleasant Home, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's going to last for the next few minutes until 3:15 p.m. So portions of Butler, Crenshaw, Covington counties, severe thunderstorm warnings with a line of storms capable of producing damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour continues. That warning is in effect until 3:15. So about 25 more minutes on that one. You've also got this brand new severe thunderstorm warning polygon that includes the greater Pensacola metro, and that's going to be on the board also until 3:45. And so current time is 2:48, so about now for the next 57 minutes, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and the Pensacola metro here in the southern part of Escambia County, Florida, also Gulf Breeze, Pensacola Beach. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for the next hour. The deal with that is we've got a line of potentially damaging storms moving through, basically on top of areas near Auburn, Florida, not Auburn, Alabama, extending all the way down here, crossing Florida State Highway 4 there that connects Crestview over here to Century. The line of storms extends southwestward towards Milton, crossing Florida State Highway number 89 here, and also a good portion of U.S. Highway 90 there, which connects Milton down here to the Pensacola metro. Again, severe thunderstorm warning continues until 3:45 for all of those areas that I just called out, and also areas out ahead of this, places like Destin, Niceville, also Crestview. Areas here along areas near Eglin Air Force Base included in that severe thunderstorm warning until 3:45 p.m. Let's look at the velocity data here in Pensacola. And you can see these brighter shadings of white and yellow here near Pace, near Riverview there, near the new Starbucks on the campus of the University of West Florida. Also some stronger areas of wind just to the south of Pensacola. But look, the deal is this line of storms is capable of producing damage. So you certainly want to be inside. This thing could take down trees. You don't want to be out on the road driving, as a tree can certainly potentially even cost you your life if we have damage. And so you got to take the severe thunderstorm warnings just as seriously as the tornado warnings. And even though the threat perhaps isn't as great, you got to respect these things. And so this line of storms continues pushing to the south. Let me remind you that a tornado watch continues for the next basically 4 hours and 10 minutes. In fact, let's take off the radar data here, and you can see all the counties involved in this. Basically, Mobile points east all the way over here to Dothan in Houston County. Tornado watch continues until 7 p.m. So what we're going to do is end this live broadcast for now, and we will end on the note that if you commute on Alabama Highway number 41 that connects Brewton out here to Range and Repton, lots of damage has apparently transpired due to these storms that moved through over the past hour. Lots of trees down, blocking the roadway in at least one portion, probably multiple portions of 41 to the northwest of the greater Brewton area. Also, as of 2:50 p.m., we note that northbound and southbound lanes of Interstate 65 are blocked, and so no travel is advised on Interstate 65. You certainly don't need to get on the interstate basically anywhere in Escambia County or Conecuh County, because we've got now multiple reports of standstill traffic here on 65. So that's the deal with travel. Again, this line of storms is going to continue to push to the east. Here's a wide view of the whole region. And one final time, we'll look at the whole state just to tell you that much of the action over central Alabama has certainly been non-severe in nature. In fact, I know of no severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warnings that have been issued basically north of Butler County here in the northern two-thirds of Alabama. And so good news for the folks in central Alabama. Tornado watch continues until 7 p.m. If we have tornado warnings for any of our 10 southwest Alabama counties or our 3 northwest Florida counties, we will, of course, come back on this live stream and walk you through it. I'm Spinks Megginson saying goodbye for now. On behalf of Bruce Thompson and all of us here at RedZone Group LLC, I hope you have a great evening.